Hello? Guys ready to do some draw ribbering? Oh, I gotta fix my lighting. My lighting is crappy. That's a little better. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are having a fantastic and wonderful night. Hey Razatron, hey Chip. How are you guys doing? This app is interesting. Which app is that? Which app is that? Alright, we've only dropped 32 frames. I wonder what happened with those 32 frames. That's weird. It's pretty strange. I hope it's doing okay. You're great. Glad to hear, Razatron. Glad to hear. Alright, so we're going to start off with drawing this human right here. That's who we're going to start off drawing today. And then we're going to jump right into doing a figure drawn video, actually. That makes it really thick. Gotta get a new sketchbook soon. Oh, man. Chris Campbell, how's it going? And then Twitch app. What do you think of the Twitch app so far? I love it. It's super fast. Super fast. What's new today? Not much is new. We're going to be doing the same old, same old. Link to your reference. Yeah, of course. You cheeky boy, what's up? Everything is purple? Everything is purple? No, that's blue. That's blue. Oh, that's interesting. Color correction on this is making everything look purple. Because that's blue. That's supposed to be blue. I wish everything in my bag was purple. I wish it was. Here, I'll turn on my video. I'm using a different webcam today, so I was having some problems with it. I don't know why I was having some problems with it, but the frame rate was pretty weird. The frame rate was a little odd. Still finding my feet using the app. Yeah, it's a different experience, but it's so much faster, and I love that whispers are integrated into it, so you can see the history really easily. Is it a webcam from 1933? Black and white, timey times? Yes, it's black and white, timey times. All right, so we're going to start. So it's 8 o'clock. So at 8:30, we're going to do figure drawing. So let's go ahead and start off with a portrait. So if you got pencils, if you got paper, you should draw along with us. You should draw along. So this first one is from one of my favorite sites, Reddit Gets Drawn. If you've been here, you know. You know. Let me pop out this chat. Pop out. So I can read what you fantastic humans have to say. By the way, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day out there in the fine world of the intertubes. I'm glad you're here chilling with us today. Draw along. Yeah, draw along, Chris Campbell. Draw along. I'm going to be using my drafting pencil and mechanical pencil today. I'm not going to be using my other pencils. Alright, so let's get the shape of the skull, back of the skull there. And the chin. This is nice because you really get to block in where the figure is on your page, so hopefully nothing goes outside of the composition that you're drafting. Throw a little hair on there too. Mud, thank you so much for that host. Mud, how are you doing, Mud? Mood flap. Alright, so let's block in the general eye shape here. Hope you're having a good day, Mud. Thank you so much for helping me out with the problem earlier. Volp, thank you so much for that host. How are you doing, Volp? Did you finish your stream? Did you finish your stream? You don't think you did anything? Of course you did. You know, it's like when when a friend is just crying on your shoulder. That's what you did for me. You let me cry all over you. And I solved my own problems. I reread your and I said lol, and you said you fixed it. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It was emotional assistance. Chris Campbell, thank you so much for the follow. You fantastic, wonderful being. Thank you for being here, hanging out with us. Thank you so much, folks. Serafina, how's it going? Serafina, how are you today? You're just in time. We're starting off with portrait. We've been drawing it for 3 minutes, so you have a chance to jump in here and draw with us. Flopsy, yes, yes. How was the dragon egg? How's the dragon egg coming along? Okay, so we've got basic shapes kind of in here. Just going really blocky to start. Really blocky, big shapes. And if you want to draw along, if you want the reference, here it is right here, or you can follow along with the picture on my screen, up there. But grab your pencil, draw along. You can always cry on my shoulder. Thank you, Mud. That's so supportive. That's so supportive of you. You have a very healing shoulder. I feel very healed, having visited with you earlier today. Very interesting drawing process. Yeah, Chris Campbell. So what we did is we started off with very basic shape of the face, and I'm going in with very straight edge lines because these are really easy to move. So like, see this cheek right here? I didn't like where that ended up, so we're just gonna move it a little bit. And it's super easy to just erase like that. And then as you develop details, you can go in and smooth lines out, make sure everything's nice and purty. That's all. I like doing that only after I've figured out where everything goes on the face. So like, see, the eye wasn't really in the right spot, so we can move it super easily. Can't find a pencil pen drawing. Yeah, do it, Serafina. Do it. It's good, taking longer than I thought it would, but almost there. Yes, nice, Fulpsy. Nice. The ShamWow is ultra absorbent. Hashtag ad, hashtag sponsored, hashtag correct. Oh, I love this new chair. I can get right up in on this drawing. Right up in that drawing. But yeah, so the plan today is that we're going to be doing a figure drawing session together. So I encourage you guys warm up with me on this. And then at 8:30 we're going to jump into doing a figure drawing video. You also have a new DX racer. Nice, Chris Campbell. I actually, so out of all the DX racers that I've ever sat in, I've never really felt comfortable in them. And then a friend of mine has this kind. It's the big and tall. And oh my gosh, is it comfortable. I freaking love it. I think it was really a Lego man. Rude. Rude. Does it feel both bigger and taller? I feel bigger and taller. I feel bigger and taller. Okay, so let's clean up some of these lines. So the nose, it's got all these extra lines in there. Let's clean that up. So we're going to go in here and take out some of these extra lines, the searching lines. And then we're going to go clean up. I'm going to erase some of this so it kind of fades it out. pulls off some of that lead, but leaves the mark so I can develop it into some nice curves. So this one we can move just a little bit. It's got a little roundness right there. And then that eye, that's a tough one. I think I messed up both of those tries there. I tried on the eye, didn't quite get it. Kind of sucks because his glasses are covering up that eye, right where you want it. There we go. I think that's better. Does anyone use the grid method for realistic drawing? The grid method is really good for drawing from photographs. Really, really good for that, and I would totally recommend it if that's what you're into. I actually don't really like it because it's hard to replicate the grid method when you're drawing just from life. So I like to practice with drawing this way, because then you can easily put this into reality. But the grid method is actually really good if you're trying to get a really tight drawing. Really tighten up your rendering skills, especially. Actually, the grid method, I need to write that down. I haven't done one of those in a while. I'm keeping a little list of some kind of drawing challenges that I've been wanting to do for a while, so that it's always good to continue challenging yourself. I've got things like the bounding box and using negative space and silhouettes. Grid method. You inspired me! Yes, you did! Of course you did. All of you guys inspire me. That's one of the reasons why I love streaming, is that everyone who comes into my stream, I want to make sure that I can try to have an impact in your lives and help inspire you to create. But really, I'm stealing all that inspiration from you as well. Reciprocity of inspiration and motivation. So one thing that I really like about this technique is I like making a pass over the whole piece before developing into like the next round. So right now we're kind of doing some small details, but we're not going into shading yet. I just want more people like you in my life. Such a nice guy, such a rare thing. Oh, thank you, Chris. Totally appreciate that. I'm glad you're here. Keep being you. Thanks, Chris. Can you be my dad? Oh, that would be amazing, bud. That would be amazing. Wait, is my autofocus on? No! Why is my autofocus on? Focus. Manual focus. Okay. Exposure. Manual exposure. Yes! Okay, I think I figured it out. I was having a problem with it focusing on my hand a lot, and then also what it would do is it would correct the light, so that the light would the light levels, the exposure would be all sorts of different throughout the whole video. Those hand details, yeah. This camera's really good for that. Really good for the close-ups. It's also got really good zoom on it, especially for when I'm painting. I use that a lot to show off some of the details that you can't really see. Probably should have made my drawing a little bit bigger. Well, Cheeky, you can always start over. We have plenty of time. We have 18 minutes until I'm going to go on to the figure drawing video. If you wanted to start over and make it a little bigger. It's also okay to do something small. Sometimes when I'm feeling like I don't want to tackle a super big project, I make things a little smaller. Although it ends up being... It's nice. Oop, I'm doing shading. What am I doing? Stop. It's cheating. Stop. I always gotta stop myself from going to the next step. That's cheating. Alright, so let's get this out. But yeah, so drawing smaller is really good if you don't want to worry about a giant undertaking, but it's also difficult because some areas like detail are hard to get at really small levels. Currently obsessed with drawing things in MS Paint with just my mouse. It allows me to not be intimidated and just go. It's been a fun challenge. That's awesome. It's funny what people can do with limitations of something like MS Paint and a mouse. I actually found a lot of freedom in it as well, because you end up not being super invested in making something perfect, and it really allows you to have fun. I'll show you one I made. Yes, you should tweet it at me, and I'll take a look after the broadcast. Tweets me. I also set up a little widget below. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to check it out. It's only on the web. So if you're on mobile or the Twitch app, you won't see it. I'd love to hear your feedback on it. Actually, Mud, I think you would appreciate it too. You can make widgets? I won't say anything. It's a little beta test. Too senseless does scribble drawings. I just started doing that for when I want to draw and not care if it's realistic. Yeah, that's really fun, Serafina. Scribble drawings are great. Drawing with your offhand is really fun. Pretty damn dope. Yes. Which widget? It's the Amazon thing. Let me get that code. Maybe. Gonna have to email Jeff at Amazon. Needs drop downs to preview the image. Ooh, that's a good idea. How would that work? You'd click on... I guess you could click on it and it would kind of give you like a one sentence description of it. Or maybe clicking on the image would make it bigger in the panel. Yeah, that's actually interesting feedback. I'm gonna write that down. Preview the image and give a little description. Fun fact, I start working at Amazon in about a week. Oh, that's awesome, Cheeky Boy. What are you going to be working on? Or can you say? Arrow button to drop down, or simple you, with description, plus image. Yeah, one thing I said was there's no price there, so you don't know how much it costs until you have to go off platform. Dear Jeff, give me that code. Love, Mud. Dear Mr. Bezos. I don't know why that totally reminded me. One time I wrote to Snapple. God, how old was I? I must have been like 7 years old. I wrote to Snapple and I said, can I get one of those Snapple vending machines? And I actually got a reply back. I forget what the answer was. It was somebody working there who'd replied and was like, thank you so much for your interest and love of Snapple. I'm sorry, but we cannot accommodate your request for a Snapple vending machine at your house. Wow, it's totally random. I didn't even remember that. It's something super serious, just working in one of their fulfillment centers, but I wouldn't mind taking a break in the corporate or something. That's awesome. I used to work at a warehouse. It was actually really satisfying, oddly satisfying work. Like, in weird ways, I'd get home and I would just be like, I shipped stuff today. I feel good. Okay, I'm going really slowly on this. I gotta ramp up the speed here. Okay, let's go. Big strokes. I'm gonna go much faster here. Much faster. So I have 3 erasers I'm using. The eraser on top of these mechanical pencils is actually not too bad. About to ruin this drawing. Brush pen! Don't be afraid to ruin things. Don't be afraid to ruin it. Maybe you'll be like Bob Ross. Maybe you'll save it. But even if you do ruin it, you can always do another. You can always start over. Or use what you learned ruining it on another piece. One of my favorite things as a kid was to create these random scribbly shapes and just ruin a page and then just try to find a way to save it and create something out of it. It sounds like the same satisfaction for me working at Starbucks. Yeah, Starbucks has probably the same thing. The ungrateful customer made drinks for people today. Yeah. Woo, Todd. Thank you so much for that follow, you fantastic and wonderful, amazing Stardust Meatball. Thank you so much for being here today, hanging out. And thank you all for hanging out with me. Really appreciate you guys chilling while I draw, especially if you guys are drawing along. And if you haven't drawn ever or in a while, you should pick up a pencil and draw with us. Oh man, this beard is a little intimidating, but you know what? It's always good to push yourself. Push yourself. Well, you have a Stream Deck. What do you think of that? I love the Stream Deck. I haven't had a chance to really get super deeply involved in creating a bunch of stuff on my stream. But what I actually want to do with it is I want to use it with Photoshop. Because you can create essentially custom macros. And I want to use it to control a bunch of stuff in Photoshop, but I haven't really done much work in getting that done. It's super high quality. I'm really impressed by the screen on it. Claire, you made it. How's it going, Claire? You gonna draw with us today? Push yourself, 2017. Push yourself to 2018. Alright, so we're taking way too long on this piece, but you know what, that's fine. I'm having fun talking with you guys. So let's do some random squiggles. Random squiggles for the beard, kind of to develop this beard nodules. And then we're going to clean up some of this line work that I used to lay down the foundation of the beard jewel. Terrell, thank you so much for the host, and thank you for being here. How are you doing? It's good kind of lurking, but I'm here. This just likes him already. Really? That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I haven't even gotten the glasses yet. It's funny how when people wear glasses, when you draw the glasses on, it really just makes them look like the character. Hey, how's it going? Thank you for the host before the follow. Appreciate that. Appreciate all you guys being here. Alright, so we're just developing the random spot for the beard. Done. Okay, so let's get the ear in here. The general shape, and then we're going to get some of the hair. Boom. And then it curls up and over. Up and over again. We're making the hair super scribbly. And then I think I'm gonna go in with I don't want to use my Tortillion. I've been really getting into using the Tortillion, the blending stump. And And I want to see what I can do with just cross-hatching. So I think I'm going to go in with just cross-hatching and see what happens. Tortilla. I've been using a lot of tortillas. So I'm on a diet. We're on a tortilla-less diet today. Okay, boom, boom, boom. I'll get that a little bit. Love all artists, yes. That's awesome. Okay, so let's see. Let's get some cheek in here. We're gonna exaggerate these shadows a lot, so that's totally fine. Get that. And then I love how the shadow wraps around the bottom of the nose. So I'm gonna really focus on that. Let's see what we can do here. It's got more shadow there. I'll just clean that up a little bit. The tortilla is an unconventional drawing utensil, but an effective one nonetheless. And if you're hungry, you can always take a bite out of it. Not only do I want to ruin this drawing by using a brush pen, my cat wants to nudge my arm every 2 seconds. Man, Seraphina, it sounds like you're in challenge mode. It's a good way to push yourself. I was actually thinking about, as a kid, I really liked drawing on the bus or on the train or just like in the car. And I think one of the things that really helped me with is not caring too much if I made a mistake. Because if you're in a moving vehicle, you can't focus on making a perfect line. It's kind of just like, oh, I made that scribble. How do I turn that scribble into something? Cat is in timeout mode. Yeah, get out of here, kitty. Let me draw. Tell the kitty that you're busy. You're busy drawing. You can use it as a bowl, a spoon, or a napkin. It's the most utilitarian food out there. Yeah, it's super, super useful. And then if you fry it, it can be a plate. Alright, so let's go ahead, get some of this shading in, and then I'll make sure that we can see where the eye is. There's barely any highlights on the pupil, it's only on the bottom part there. How can you use a tortilla as a spoon? Very carefully. Oh my gosh, we have 4 minutes. I think I'm gonna have to cheat a little bit and go over because I do want to get some more details on this guy before we move on to figure drawing. So if you're here for figure drawing, what you can do is you can start doodling this guy. If you want the full res version and draw along with me, here it is. I'll probably draw maybe for a few more minutes and then we'll jump into the figure drawing video. I'm trying not to do the details where the glasses are. It's super hard. Kind of having to avoid those. It's funny how as an artist, your confidence can kind of wane away, wax and wane. Sometimes you just have to push forward, even if you're not super confident. Turks, thank you so much for that host, you fantastic and wonderful being. And thank you for being here today. How's it going? How's it going? And then this one, I gotta clean that up a little bit. The Melzurus flight, guys, join in. Join in on this raid. Join in on the raid. I want to see spam in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. How are you guys doing? How was your stream? Everybody, let's see that love. Let's see that love. Thank you guys for all those hosts. You guys are fantastic and amazing. Thank you guys for being here. Hello, everybody. If you guys are new here, I am Monkey on Striker Moss, and today we're going to be doing figure drawing. Never get a chance to stop by. Stream was amazing. That's great to hear. And it's all, that's pretty funny. Good Doodles, thank you so much for the follow. So today we're starting out with a portrait drawing, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go into a figure drawing video. And with all of my streams, I encourage you to create along with me. So if you want to pick up a pencil, pick up a pen, you should draw along and create with me. Ryder, thank you so much for that follow. So in a few minutes here, let's say 1 minute. Who is this hacked? Siri, set a timer for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Alright, so we got a timer on. Thank you, Siri. Thank you, Siri. Appreciate that, Siri. You're the best. Siri's so nice to me. Okay, so in 1.5 minutes, we're going to jump into doing a figure drawing video, and you guys should totally draw along with me. It's going to be a lot of fun. Why buy an Alexa when your phone does everything? You know, I was actually thinking of buying an Alexa just because of the home automation stuff. But then I was looking it up, and it's super expensive to get like all the Philips lights and all those, the Hue lights or whatever. So that's a project for another day. Unless you can hook up those lights to your phone, which I don't think you can. No way, you can ask Siri to do that? Wow, I didn't know that. I did not know that. I'd draw along if I wasn't wiped for making an owl and starting a fish. That is so cool, Turks. That is awesome. That's okay that you're wiped. Sounds like you created a lot. Okay, I want to do, let's do some quick hatching right here. That's some messy hatching, but we'll go with it. Oh, Siri! Siri, no! Okay, so I'm just gonna sign this. And we're gonna say this was a 30-ish minute drawing. Okay. So what I want you guys to do, I just noticed the cheek. The cheek is so, whatever. It's so fat. It's so fat. Pimpin' Supriya, thank you so much for that follow, you fantastic, wonderful being. Thank you for being here. Okay, hang on. So we're going to start here with a figure drawing video. I've got to set it up, though. So let me put my Be Right Back screen up. By the way, do you guys like my new meatball? Do you guys like my new meatball? It's freaking awesome. I love this meatball. It's a new Stardust meatball I just made. I'm thinking about redoing some of my emotes, making them high resolution, because this one's the other ones I made are actually just emote size. They're pretty small. New meatball OP. Alright, so let me see. Can I do window capture? Window capture. Okay. And I'm going to be window capturing Chrome. Can I do it though? Because I've been having problems with window capture. I don't know why. Crap, I can't do it. Okay. I'll just share the video with you guys. How do I view just the video? Huh. I think I'm gonna have to search here. Okay. Stream's fine on my end. Awesome. 99 Red Dragons, it's Skippy for you. So I've dropped some frames, but it doesn't look like I've dropped too many. Could be your local server. Where do we share the portrait? Oh yeah, if you guys were drawing along with me with your portrait, you should tweet me. Tweet me. Hashtag Club Booty. And then tag me at Monkey on Strike. I'd love to see what you guys create, and then let me know if you share it. Moss, yes, hello Lisa. By the way, if you guys came in with the raid and you didn't get to say hello, you should say hello Moss in the chat. That's me, Monkey on Strike or Moss. You should say hello. I'd love to say hi to you. I'd love to say hi. Okay, so we're gonna edit this. Watch and draw along. Bloop. Bloop. Add modify. Yes. Boom. That is a quality portrait. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's also got a koala in here. It's actually a really, really fun portrait. I took this with my new camera, which I need to take more pictures with. I need to take more pictures with it. Okay, so there's the video. We're going to watch that together, and what we're going to do is we're going to draw each of the figure drawings in here, and then we're going to share them. You guys are going to share them with me, and then we can do crits. We'll do constructive critiques to help you guys out. So grab your pencils, grab your paper, and let's start drawing. Set to build. Thank you so much to the host. Hello, beautiful humans. Yes, hello. How are you? All right, so we've got our paper. Can you guys hear that? Can you hear that nice ASMR sound? Oh, you guys can't hear it. You guys can't hear it. ASMR. ASMR stream. Grab your MS Paints. Scrabble for the tablet. Yes. Scuba's art. How's it going? Okay, guys. So, if you've never been here for Club Booty, what we do... My mic is all messed up. What we do is we're going to take this video slash Club Booty. Exclamation mark Club Booty. There's the video. I just got a notification. Razatron, what a freaking awesome portrait. Guys, check out this portrait Razatron just made. That's freaking awesome. Great work. Oh, you did a great job on the eyes. You got a lot more developed than me on mine. I got super distracted. I also forgot the glasses. How did we forget the glasses? Show on stream. Is there booty involved? There's some booty, but it's clothed. Scuba's art. How's it going? All right, guys. 20 seconds. Here, we'll have Siri set a timer. Siri, set a timer for 22 seconds. All right, guys. Once that timer goes off, we're going to start drawing together. So get your pencils. Get your pencils. Get ready. Here we go. Clothes. You're out. All right, if you don't have the video yet, get it open. There it is. And we're going to hit start at 0 seconds. Here we go. Here we go. The alarm's about to go off. You guys see that? What the heck? What a failure. Okay, guys. All right, guys. 3, 2, 1. Hit play on those videos. I would recommend muting the music because it's intense classical music, and it can be a little crazy to draw along with that. All right, so for these first ones, I'm gonna stay loose, but I'm gonna draw pretty small this time. Usually, I draw these 1 minutes pretty big, so we're gonna start small. All right, so I'm gonna focus on shapes today. I want to focus on the general shapes of the body. And as I say that, I'm gonna start small. We're already going big. So these are 1 minutes. The idea of the 1 minutes is just to loosen up your hands. Use big motions. Even if you're drawing them pretty small, you can still get in there with your arms, your shoulders. Try not to use your wrists too much. And have fun with it. Of course, always have fun. That's the point of drawing, is to have fun. It's actually a pretty decent 1 minute. We've got all the shapes, we've hit all the body parts, and we're ready for the next one. Don't panic, just breathe. One of the biggest things that I always do, especially with these 1 minute drawings, is you forget to breathe. Don't forget to breathe. And one of the things that we talked about last Club Booty was about... Am I shaking the camera somehow? I don't know how I'm shaking the camera. That's weird. Whatever. But one of the things we talked about last time was about trying to focus on one thing with your drawing. So with these, I'm trying to really develop like the general shapes here. I'm not super worried about proportion. I'm not super worried about incredibly clean lines. I just want to see the shapes. Momo Mischief, how's it going? Okay. And if you just joined us, you should definitely draw along with us. The video, you can say exclamation mark Club Birdie, and you can find the video. It's going well. Good to hear. I'm glad you guys are hanging out with me, especially all you guys drawing. I know for most people in North America, it's getting late, so it's always good when you get to push yourself and create, even if you've been at work all day. It keeps those creative juices flowing, and it keeps your mind happy. Actually, this leotard is really cool for blocking in the general forms. It's going well. That's great. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. Demon Blight, how's it going, Demon Blight? You gonna draw with us? We're having some fun with lines today. I'm using my drafting pencil, which is really nice because it's got this incredibly big piece of graphite. And you can really have some fun with big strokes. Automation, Jason, thank you so much for that follow. Wait, were we supposed to be drawing these? I've just been staring at my paper until the images spawn. My gosh, using telepathy to create. That's next level. Alright, so let's get a good less gesture line in here. So we've got that. Use that one, okay. It's okay if your drawings, if you don't get to the details on your drawing. In fact, that's not what these 1 minutes are for. Just have fun, make some marks on the paper and see what happens. Just try to hit everything on these 1 minutes. Okay, we're on 2 minutes now, so these are gonna be a little bigger. Or a little bigger, a little longer, that's what I meant. A little more detailed, but don't lose that goal that you have. Maybe you've set out to do general shapes, maybe you've set out to do an outline, but make sure you're hitting that same goal you're hitting with the 1 minutes, and then add just a little more time and effort and energy into it. Spiegel, thank you so much for that follow. How's it going? Okay, so let's define that. She's got a nice rainbow tattoo on there. Bonus points if you get to the tattoo. But that's of course bonus because I don't know if you'd be able to do that in 2 minutes. I would be impressed. Oh no, we're gonna go off the page. It's okay, we're gonna make the legs super small so that we can fit on the page. There we go. Advanced techniques, guys. Advanced techniques. That's an extremely small leg. I'm not super happy with this one, but it's okay. Not every drawing you're going to do with these short figure drawings is going to be perfect. In fact, if every one of them was perfect, then you'd be crazy. Be insane. Hello, Lol Games. How's it going? And I apologize if I'm not getting to read chit chat. We're trying out these time drawings, and if you're just getting in here, you should draw along with us. What's up, O2 Rush? How's it going? I forget who was telling me about this, but maybe it was an animation, maybe it was effects animator. I forget who it was, but they were telling me about the jelly bean and the potato sack. Wish I could remember who it was. Volpsy, was it you? Were you telling me about the potato and the bean sack? Or the flour sack? It was you. Okay, that's what I thought. But it's a really cool way to simplify the form. Oh man, this one's all over the place. All right, we're gonna cubicize this. We're gonna make this a crazy cubist drawing. Sometimes you just gotta go crazy. Sometimes you gotta destroy in order to create. Pretty good, O2 Rush, that's awesome. I'm doing great, thank you for asking. Oh no, I think this is gonna be a weird cubist night, guys. I think I just unlocked something in myself. I don't know if we're gonna be able to go realistic anymore. Crap. Once I get into this mode, I can't get out of it. Guys. What have I done? What have I done? Maybe I just need to get it out of my system, and then once we get to the longer poses, it'll be fine. It's funny, when I discovered Picasso, I couldn't stop myself from making all these cubist drawings in figure drawing class. And a lot of the time the other students were just so confused about what I was making. Sometimes you can't know what you're making in order to make it. There's a semblance of reality in here somewhere. But sometimes even the artist can't know where it is. I think this is why I couldn't teach a figure drawing class. Because students that are looking for like the foundations are gonna find this. Alright, let's go back into reality. If you know where your sketch is going, you're limiting yourself. That's actually really good advice. I think one of the interesting things too is if you really are trying to shoot for a very specific thing, a lot of times you end up getting a little disappointed in what you can create, because most of the time what your hand is creating is not exactly what your vision is. Lord Mars, thank you so much for that follow. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people get into that mindset where they have this exact idea of what they want to create, and maybe what they're making is not exactly what they want, and then they end up getting super down on themselves because they can't create their ideal, but they're still creating something really awesome. I think it's a trap. It's a trap. It's a trope and a trap that a lot of artists get stuck in, with being really down on themselves for not creating what they think they should be creating. Bonsai baby, how's it going, Bonsai? You should join us. We're doing a club. Oops. Just wrecked everything. Wait, did I? What timestamp are you guys at? Did I just screw that up? I think I may have just gone back in the video. What timestamp are you guys at? Crap, pause your videos. I think I just screwed up. Are you the reincarnation of Bob Ross? I try to bring back a little Bob into our lives. Crap, I totally just went back in the video. 1338. All right, we're going to 1338. 1503. You're a little ahead. Okay, I'm at 1338, and I'm gonna start here in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, cool. Thank you guys. I think I hit some weird button. A weird button. But how are you, Bonsai? Ruined! Yes, you came in just in time to see me ruin everything and then have chat solve all of my problems. I'm at 22. How did I get so lost? No, you can be ahead, you can be behind, whatever you want. Maybe you have it at double speed. As long as we all end in the same area. I think it's more just about going through all those garbage fires together. Because when you face a garbage fire alone, it can be daunting. But when you jump in the dumpster with a bunch of other people, it's a party. And it's okay to fail, as long as you're failing and having fun. It's easier to have fun when you're doing it with other people. But afterwards, what we're going to do is we're going to share our work, and then we're going to go over some constructive crits, and I'll even give you guys some feedback, and I'd love some too on my work. Oh gosh, okay, so we're at 5 minutes, so we're gonna pause here. So we're at 15, I'm pausing it at 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're at 15 minutes and 9 seconds. So if you guys want to join in, we're going to take a little break here, stretch out a little bit, crack necks, drink some water. Doing alright, just chilling. I would join, but I'm feeling like a lazy turd. Well, Bonsai Baby, you feel like that lazy turd. That's totally fine. It's totally fine to feel like a lazy turd. Alright, so stretch your hands out. I like this one. This one's really good. The praying pose, and then you just lower your wrists a little bit. It feels so good. Have you guys heard about those competitive art battles? What are these? That sounds pretty cool. Lisa, breathe. That was intense. Yeah, don't forget to breathe, you guys. Oh my god, yoga stream confirmed. Yeah, okay guys, so do you guys know how to do rip? Do you guys know how to do tree pose? You guys know how to do tree pose? I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. My camera's gonna be there. Tree pose. Oh. Feels so good. Good to stretch out. Permit? Permit? I can permit. Permit Bonsai Baby. There we go. Praise the sun. Ground yourself in the earth and reach like a tree. Allow your legs to grow into the ground. And hold up the earth with your strength. Imagine your legs are arms, holding the sphere of the earth up. Oh, this is awesome. Live competitive painting. Oh, this looks cool. I want to try this. Deep. It's so deep. All right, you guys ready? I'll move this down. You guys can see my camcorder. Okay, you guys ready? Get your water in your bodies. Get your water in your body. Oh, Seraphina, if you're still here, that looks great. I didn't see that you posted. Okay. Oh my gosh, Turks, that looks so good. I love it. You're not ready, you just got here, Nick Hankins. All right, if you're not ready, here. We are at 15:09 in the video, guys. Get your pencils, get your pens, get your MS Paint, get it ready. We're gonna start here in 10, 9. Oh, there's a wrinkle in my paper. I can feel it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're hitting play. It's 15:09 in the video, and it's a 5 minutes. The first 5-minute pose. So remember, don't lose the rawness of your gesture. Don't get super tight yet. Make sure you get your gesture drawing in there so that you can build a foundation for this 5-minute piece. Takes out pen challenge mode. Oh my gosh. Super challenge mode. What's your, if you're not drawing, or maybe if you are drawing and you have a second, what's your favorite art challenge that you've given yourself while figure drawing or creating any kind of piece. I think one of my favorites was every pose that we did, I added another pen and taped it onto my fingers, so that by the time that we got to the 10th pose, I had a pen on each of my fingers. Actually, I think I only got to 9 pens because I couldn't figure out how to tape the last one on. And so I'm sitting there trying to draw with 9 pens, one on each of my fingers. No lines was interesting, just shading. Oh, that sounds like a fun challenge, actually. That sounds like a really hard one. Sergeant Slaughter, how's it going? I'm doing great. How are you? If you guys are just joining us, you should join along and draw with us. We're doing Club Booty. We're doing it from a YouTube's videos from New Masters Academy. Really fun series of videos. They also have nude figure drawing, but we're doing a clothed one today because the booty ain't free. If there's a rainbow cloud try any of those drawing, you lose points. I'm gonna lose points then. None of mine have rainbow tats yet. None of them. Every single one of mine have lost points from the judge, Bonsai Baby. Alright, cleanup phase. So this is something, it's usually hard to get to in the 2 minutes and 1 minute poses especially, is erasing. A lot of people just go straight into the outlines and really commit early. But in the 5 minutes, it's really your first chance to actually go back and erase some of the lines that you maybe didn't get right that first time. Definitely join in next time, Carb. That's awesome. After work, you have work to do. Oh, that's fine. Sit back, relax, get some work done. Alright, let's get some of these folds in here and clean up this side a little bit. What's up, Proper Artist? How's it going? You should draw along with us. How you been? I saw the was it Daredevil piece that you're working on, or Flash? No, it was the Flash. Looks really awesome. All right, let's get some really small details in here. I really want to get this shirt. Really start developing some of the muscles in here. You're good, fam. Just tired. Oh, I feel you. I hear you've been working pretty hard. Is it a Daredevil piece or a Flash piece that you're working on? I can't remember now. I saw the post, but now I can't remember. Gotta put some more work into it tonight. That's awesome. It's the Flash. Okay, it is the Flash. I think I saw it on Instagram. I can't get a rainbow tap, Bonsai. I can't see it. I can't see the rainbow tat. Oh crap, it's the next one. Where did that come from? Alright. And thank you guys so much for hanging out. I know I'm not interacting with the chats, but we'll hang out afterwards and we'll go over some of the drawings that you guys are working on. I'm just really happy you guys are chilling, hanging out with me. I hope I can bring a little inspiration or positivity into your life. And thank you guys so much for being here, being that motivating force to create in my life. You guys are freaking awesome. You've had a pause for the last 5 minutes. Cheater. I'm just glad I can work. Yeah, you can lurk. Yeah, I'm glad you're here proper. That's Sub Effects Animator. How's it going? You should join us. Join us, do some doodles. That's where I need to be. Well, I'm glad you're here. Oh man, I screwed up that arm. Let's clean that up. I made it huge. Any of you guys playing Path of Exile? The new patch? A friend, somebody at work shared a one of the advanced endgame builds and showed it to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, that just reignited the need for a Diablo game in my life. It was bad. So I installed it, but I haven't played it. Try to dive. Thank you so much for that follow. How are you doing? Why is everybody getting back into the game? I remember when it first came out. Oh man, I remember when it first came out. It was terrible. There were so many bugs. The graphics looked awful. There was limited gameplay. The items sucked. The abilities sucked. The community sucked. But I actually... They just released a new patch that added like doubled the content in the game. And I played it a few months ago, and it's a totally different game now. It's actually a lot of fun. I haven't played it with the new content yet, though. Although I always play on hardcore mode in those kinds of games. And it's interesting because I'll end up dying and then quitting. So I never get to like the super endgame content. I think that's how I'd like to play MMOs as well. But there's no good MMOs out there that have that kind of like hardcore aesthetic to them. Alright, so let's go in here, develop some deets. It's funny, I think I was having a lot more fun with the gestures, and I think it's starting to show in these pieces. There's one thing that really kind of happens, especially with me, is as I develop the piece, I often find that I overdevelop in some areas, especially when it overdevelops and the perspective is wrong or the proportions are wrong. That's when it really sticks out. Speaking of sticking out, you made that booty bigger. Bigger booty. Yeah, the proportions on this piece aren't super awesome. What's up, Bands Chan? How's it going, Bands Chan? But you know what? That's fine. Proportions aren't always going to be perfect. Gotta be loose so it doesn't happen. Yeah, I know. I kind of tighten up on these ones. Alright, it's a 10-minute pose. This is the last one. I'm going to pause it real fast. Get a drink of water. And then we're going to jump right in. Job with them elbows instead of the wrist. Exactly. I gotta do that. I gotta do it. Okay. I'm gonna jump back into the drawn. Jump back in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Here we go. All right, let's go. Loose. We gotta be loose. 10 minutes is so much time, but it's also not much time at all. And if you're out there, if you're drawing along with me, we're almost done. We're almost done with 35 minutes of drawing. If you did that every day, you would be a master in no time. I really wish I could get to doing one of these every day. That would be so good for your creative mind and your sanity. Alright, so we've got the basis, the foundation. Start putting some general shapes on top here. Okay, so we've got such a weird pose here because you can't see that there's foreshortening, so it's making this part, the overlap here is going to look really weird. I think that's going to be the hardest part of the drawing. It's making it feel like the waist is going back into the distance. It's actually a really hard pose for 10 minutes. This would be a really good, like, 1 minute pose or a 2 minute pose. But it's very super challenging for 10 minutes. Wait, Bonsai, have you seen the mini? There's a mini Lego Man too. By the way, if you're out there, if you're hanging out, you guys should definitely follow all of these awesome artists that are in chat. Bands Chan, Proper Artist, Effects Animator, Bonsai Baby, Volpsy. There's so many incredible broadcasters in the chat here. You guys definitely should give them all follows. This pose is breaking my brain. I feel you. This one is really hard. Even look at that hand. Look at that hand. Follow Razatron. So many awesome artists out there hanging out with us today. I think Mud might still be out there lurking. Turks is out there. Gave an awesome host. Thank you, Turks. And Volpsy. Thank you guys all for the love. Bands Chan, thank you so much for that subscription. Welcome to the Mossverse, a place of positive creativity. Thank you so much for that sub. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for hanging out. And for the host, Bonsai Baby, thank you so much. You guys show too much love. Too much. Too much love. And I can only do so much. But thank you guys so much for hanging out, being fantastic, beautiful Stardust Meatballs. You guys always make my day better and inspire me so much. Yes, the original Kappa Ross emote. I love when people are using Kappa Ross, like in the Bob Ross channel, and then you drop one of those. People are like, what is this? And then you can say, that's what spawned. That's what spawned Bob Ross. Much friends hype. Much friends super hype. Alright, so let's get the general hair in here. Alright, so I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. I have a bunch of these kind of searching, random, sketchy lines in here, and I've found that it really helps your eye see kind of the forms that you've developed over time with these really long poses by cleaning up. Just kind of going in there a little bit, cleaning up some of the extra lines that you've kind of used to develop the piece, but then you've ended up maybe with a different line or a cleaner line. Maybe you just make mistakes, like that little happy little mistake. There are not accidents, there are only happy little Bob Rosses. That's how the phrase goes, right? This pose is so hard. I love it. So challenging. So how many of you guys have actually been to a figure drawing session? Put a Kappa Ross in chat if you've ever done figure drawing in life. Like gone to a figure session and had a model pose. And it doesn't have to be one of the classes, it could just be like one of the figure drawing clubs, or maybe it's maybe it is a class that you went to. Else, Chris, Volpsy, Kappa, what now? What now? None Ever Dragons has done one. You guys all have done one. Does it have to be a person for the model? I guess it could be an object. If you've done like, I guess that's more of a still life class though. Or are you thinking photos? Is that what your experience has been in? I've been through many figure drawing classes. Well, you're supposed to type a Kappa Ross. Vex Animator. Can't follow instructions. God. Okay, I think we're gonna end on a portrait after this. What do you guys think? Maybe we'll jump into. We'll do crits, and then we'll do a portrait after, and then we'll do a doodle raid. Because we're coming up on the end of this. The end of this one here pretty soon. Once male modeled and put his rub back to look at our pieces, Junk awkwardly. I've had some pretty awkward models as well. They just don't have that sense of decorum that you might otherwise find in real life. Man, I could tell some stories. Probably not. They're NSFT, not safe for Twitch. Maybe sometime if you catch me in private, you should ask me about some figure drawing stories. That's it, guys. That's it. Sign it. Sign it. Okay. So, what I want you guys to do, I want you guys to go back through your pieces. We're going to go all the way back to the beginning. All the way back to the beginning. I have some of those stories as well. Alright, so we're going to label these by numbers. So 1, 2, these are 1 minutes. 3 and 4 were 1 minutes. 5 and 6 were 1 minute. And then we started getting into the 2-minute poses. 7. You don't have to do the times as long as you have a number there. This is super helpful when we're giving crits. Then we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Boom. Yeah, you don't have to put the time there. Very nice, you guys. Give yourselves a pat on the back if you were drawing along with us. Give yourselves a pat on the back if you've just been hanging out. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you so much for being here. All right, we're going to jump into my Twitch desktop app server room Club Booty, and we're going to share our pieces. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. You guys are freaking fantastic, beautiful beings of amazingness. All right, so hang on. Let me move all this over. This was fun, yes. Link you, yeah. I'm gonna link you guys. I have to load up the app first. Okay, here we go. Okay, here's the invite to my desktop app Twitch server. And I'm gonna make a new voice room for folks that I know, and I'm going to invite folks that I know into this Club Booty room. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. So get pictures ready, and we're going to post them here in the server. Let's see. Click here to add a new role, Booty. Booty. Okay. And we're going to say this is a private room only available to booties. All right, so if you want to jump in Club Booty, and your phone died. No, rip the phone. All right, so jump in voice chat, the channel right above if you want to join in on Club Booty. Join in on the crits if you want to join. Let me just make sure my voice is correct. Settings. Voice is the Rode Podcaster microphone. Perfect. Add role Booty. Add role Booty. Okay, you guys should be able to join the Club Booty chat now. Okay, so I'm going to jump into Club Booty Safe for Work, and we're going to start taking some pictures of these. And then I'll share my desktop, and we'll take a look at some of the Club Booty pictures. The booty pictures. Why is... There we go. Honestly, pretty proud of mine. Yes, that's awesome. You should always be proud of work. I won't be speaking, but I will join for future sessions. Yes. That's awesome. Okay. So if you want, you can share on Twitter, or you can share in the Club Booty Safe for Work channel. So take pictures of your work, and we're going to post them in here. So who all drew along? All of you guys should be posting. Yeah, I did a lot. Okay, cool. Okay, if it doesn't work here, I'll just... There we go. How's that? Now you guys can hear me. I can hear you possibly, theoretically.
Wait, can you hear me? No, you can't.
Hello?
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 Wait, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, yes. Okay. We were trying to figure it out because I think Razzie can't hear me. So maybe Razzie can't hear you too?
Rip.
I'm still figuring out my settings. I can't hear both of you yet.
Well, Rip. We can hear you. So I had lunch with the head of department the other day, and he said they were really close to launching their Twitch Creative channel. Oh, that's awesome, Effects Animator. You should get them in touch with me if they have any questions or they have any problems. All right, so we got to post in the server here. Are you guys posting? Don't post in voice chat or the lobby. You got to post in Club Booty, safe for work. There we go. 900 Dragons got his or hers.
Gotta compile all mine together.
Also, I don't
It's
think
soon.
we can hear you, Red Dragons.
Yeah, it's so weird how it's like some people can hear and some can't.
Hello?
Hola.
Hello?
Hi.
Okay.
All right, it
Yeah.
works good.
Hey.
Oh, there he is.
Welcome, welcome. Share your booties. Is it posting?
Together, we can create anything.
Who's that?
You guys ready for this? Are you guys there?
Digital Man, thank you so much. Subscription. You fantastic, beautiful being. I lost count.
It's harder to see the traditional ones. They're very light.
Yeah, it's also my camera's kind of bad with this one. I was using a softer LED, so it doesn't really show up.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, we can hear you.
Oh, Vicious Fool. Those are good.
Vicious, get in here.
Okay, cool. I can't hear myself in the app, but I can hear myself on the stream.
I muted the stream so that there's no echo or anything.
Someone's tapping their mic trying to get it going. Lisa, we can hear you tapping, by the way.
I'm so sorry. Okay,
No
I'll mute
worries.
for a little
I was
bit.
wondering what that was.
Push to talk really helps too.
Yeah, for some reason the app itself I can't figure out.
Can you still not hear us?
Oh, where do we even select push to talk?
It's in the settings. Yes, we got them club booties. We got them booties.
Yes, settings, but where? Can't see the
God,
settings.
post them.
Sex. But
If you look on my screen, I can show you. So it's under settings, voice.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
Hello.
Hello.
and then push to
Hello.
Cool.
Smoke
They
Mug.
just updated the app, dude. All the settings are in different spots now.
Say what?
Oh, up there under files.
You mean they updated the Twitch desktop app platform thing?
Oh.
Yeah, and all the settings are in different spots than they were last time. I couldn't figure out how to turn push to talk on.
Yeah.
It's kind of hidden
Scubas, are
underneath
you
the
gonna
fold.
get in the voice chat?
What was that?
Scubas isn't in the voice chat.
Yeah, I can't see the
That's
gear.
supposed
It's not in that. It's not on my top.
It's on the in the browser. It's in the bottom left.
Are you all uploaded, Moss?
Yeah, sorry, it took forever.
Can
It's
you
on
guys
in the
hear
browser, it's
me?
in the bottom left.
Yes.
Is my mic working?
Yes, it is, but you are talking slowly.
Hello? Can you guys hear
Crave, what is... Crave, what are you doing? Craigasms. Look at all those Craigasms.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
Ooh,
Crave.
someone did color.
So pretty.
Ooh.
So pretty. Thank you so much for the biddies. Oh, look at Mud. Look at Mud being a
Oh,
tryhard.
there it is. Oh, smokes.
Oh man, look at that Genji leg.
Genji leg.
Well, where?
Mud's Genji leg.
All right, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear us?
Oh, Genji-san.
Oh, Genji-san, you have learned much from Genji. All right, so make sure you guys, everyone, upload. We're gonna go through and start going through some of the draw rings. We're gonna go from the top.
Jeez.
Red dragons.
Red dragons.
Red
Either one.
dragons. Well, it's like dragons, right? So what we usually ask is
Yeah.
we say, what were some challenges that you were facing, and also what were some things that you were trying to focus on?
Challenges, I suppose, is I always focus too much on one area, and then like the rest of the drawing is unfinished.
Yeah, that's something I definitely have problems with too.
And
It's
then,
interesting.
what
I
was
don't
the
really
second
see that
question?
in your gestures, at least. I mean, some of them you don't get to like maybe one of the legs, but
Yeah, I mean the first one I kind of came in late, so that one I only took, like a little bit of time on. But yeah,
and do you have more than the 5 that you have here?
no, I don't.
Okay, cool. I was just wondering if I missed them or something. Yeah, these are
Yeah,
great.
I
I think
think
it's
I
really
ended
good
up
that you had the line of gesture to establish each of the poses. I think that really helped give it some nice flow and form to it.
The last pose was definitely weird, hard.
That pose
Dude,
was
that hand
really
on the
freaking
right
hard.
side, man. That was the hardest thing out of all of them for sure.
Yeah, I didn't focus too much on the hands, but
I mean, yeah, I would say that, even though you say that you focus too much on one particular part, I think you, out of all of these that you posted a pretty even spread. And I think you did really well. You got the gesture down, and, with the time that you had, you did a pretty good job.
thank you.
Yeah, these are great. I think one of the points of feedback I would give, something that I gave to Mud last week about not being afraid to kind of erase some of the lines that might be developed early on, but then kind of not necessary later on. It would really help allow your eye to see all the awesome shapes that you've developed. Like on number 2, there's a few lines that kind of strike through the body that kind of distract a little bit from the lines that you've
Yeah.
developed later on.
Yeah, I tend to be very sketchy in my drawing, and then leave a lot of those lines. Never erase them. So
But yeah, they're great. I love your use of line weight, especially in the 10-minute one. You have some of the inner details with like a smaller faint line, and then you have, especially around like the collarbone and the shirt, And then you have a really nice line weight on the outside, the outline.
Thanks.
Yeah, great work. Thank you for sharing. So, Chris Campbell, what were some things that you were working on? Some challenges? What do you think you did well?
Well, this entire thing was a challenge. I did an MS Paint. I used my gaming mouse and just set up the DPI really high, so it was like really sensitive. So I didn't even really move my arm. I just kind of used my fingers and just went for it.
Like really good for that.
Yeah, that's really awesome for for using a mouse.
Can't do a stick figure.
Thank you.
I like how you went for the face. I usually just kind of ignored doing the face at all, but
Yeah, I feel like that's like the biggest intimidation for me too, is like just messing up the face and stuff. But I don't know. I've just found something about MS Paint, man. Just like it's already bad, you know. Might as well just go for it.
I think they're calling it Paint 3D now.
Yeah, I think they are discontinuing MS Paint, and they're putting all their focus in their new program.
Didn't they pull out of that decision and now they're releasing MS Paint as like a standalone download or something like that?
Oh, I don't know. I was gonna say F's in
I
chat
would
for
hope
MS
so.
Paint.
We can still
They're
put
doing
F's in
something like
chat
that.
for Paint. But yeah, these
So
are
it's
actually really good for just being
interesting.
developed in Paint. They're insanely good.
Mhm. Have you worked with drawing something that has like variable pressure, you know, like a tablet before?
Yeah, I do have a Cintiq, and I, work in a sketchbook as well. This is just one of my
Yeah.
newest fascinations, is just doing things in MS Paint. I've been doing a couple pieces.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just really like the nostalgic look that it has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, working professionally, I do a whole bunch of things with my tablet and stuff like that. But yeah, when it comes to fun things, I just like, finding the weirdest way possible to make something and just get really good at it.
Yeah, sometimes that really sketchy style can make interesting things happen. Definitely.
Yeah, I really like how you've developed, especially the face on the bottom left one. It just has such an interesting quality to it with the contour. It almost feels like a blind contour drawing, how it kind of develops over time. Yeah, these are really fun. It inspires me to try doing some of those kinds of drawings.
Sure, yeah, go for it. That's kind of just what I did. I'm just like, because like I started doing it because when I'm doing like any of my design work, I would find that if I'm working for a client and I'm making like their logos or their brands or anything like that, I'll be sitting there like staring at my sketchbook and like just having nothing done for the longest time ever, just because I'm like so intimidated by having like the perfect work.
Yeah.
And I just opened up MS Paint one day and kind of looked at some other artists who focused on doing things in MS Paint. Like one that comes to mind, one of my favorite, Pilot Red Sun. He makes like these animations in MS Paint, and they just come out so well. And he just gets like these general shapes down, and like your mind just kind of figures out what the picture is supposed to be, like on a more professional scale. I don't know, like your mind just kind of finishes the drawing. So it really inspired me to get into it, and I've been making things in that for a few weeks now in MS Paint.
That's very cool.
Super
Yeah,
fun.
I can't wait to see what you do next. I actually really like the contour quality that you get in MS Paint. It really forces you to think in that way. So I'm excited to try something out with it.
Sure.
Thanks for sharing.
You.
So we can skip mine. I felt like I was having some weird problems with cubism getting into my life, so I don't really feel like there's much constructive qualities I can really share with mine. But we can go on to Vicious. Where are you at, Vicious?
Oh, sorry, I was watching a bird video.
Wow.
Wow, Rex, get out of here. You're banned.
I'm sorry. My attention span is like a goldfish. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at BMX bikes.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
The bird video was cute.
So
Okay.
Vicious, besides the bird video, what were you working on? What were you challenged by?
I was just mainly focusing on the pose, like gestures, instead of I guess, the form of the person. Like earlier on with the earlier uh, poses, I just did a lot of quick lines to showcase, make sure I got the pose correct before I jumped on and did quick boxes or forms, I guess. And then
Mhm.
the 5-10 minute pose, I put more, I guess, detail so I have more time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much it.
These are great. I love how you really accomplished like getting to every body part in all of the drawings. Like there's not one where I can see you didn't get to a hand or didn't get to the foot. You really like were able to do like a whole pass over the whole drawing, no matter how much time you had.
Yeah, the outline is very clear on all of them. I can tell that you used kind of like that way of drawing where you look at the basic shape, like the cube and the the sphere, and you kind of draw that instead of like trying to first do the really complicated shape of the hand. You start out with
Yeah.
like square and then go further.
Yeah, since the last session, I tried to get everything done faster and just put quick shapes in first, and then if I have time, I'll just start filling them in before I move on to the next one. And I guess it's working so far. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I also really like how in the very bottom left corner with the leg in the front, or actually both of them, you just like put in a line for the angle of the leg first, which actually is like where the skeleton is, and then you kind of lined everything up based off of that. I felt like a
Oh yeah, the last one.
point. Yeah. Or you did it in a lot of them.
Yeah, I wish I would have kept the because I just lowered the opacity on a lot of them originally, and then the last one I was like, I'll just keep it for the skeleton, I guess, lines.
Yeah.
The bottom. Sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, the bottom right two. They like seem a lot smoother. Did you use a different brush instead of a pencil or something?
That was the same brush. I just made it smaller or thinner, I guess.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I could tell they look more like painted, I guess you could say. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. It's not like necessarily better or worse. It just is an interesting difference.
I think it's
Yeah,
easier
originally I
for
was just
people to see like what you're focused on in those two because you have like the very clear lines, especially in the bottom, the one next to the one on the bottom right. So the one over from the bottom right. It has these really clear lines where you can really see what your thought process was for the thigh or the waist. I really like the line quality on that.
Mhm. Yeah, the line weight. Yeah, you can tell.
That one, and then the very center bottom one, I really like. You can really see like what forms are coming forward and which ones are pushing back.
Yeah.
I like how you did the feet on all of them. I'm bad at feet, and they are good feet shapes. So.
Yeah, oh my gosh, the feet on the bottom right two are so good. The feet are just so insanely developed. Really good job.
Thank you.
One
It
thing
looks
that I
like
would
these are
give
drawn. Oh,
as a constructive crit would be kind of the sense of gravity and the sense of weight. Some of these poses feel like they're leaning just a little bit, and I think it might be like trying to find what like from the chin, like drawing a straight line down to the ground and seeing if that feels like it's balanced. Maybe some of the feet are pushed a little towards the center. Like looking at the two on the bottom right, it feels like they're leaning a little bit to the left. And I think that over time, over doing the drawings, I think it might have just been like pushing some of the legs over a little too much. So I think that if these drawings are great, but I think that's the one point that I would say to look out for.
Okay, cool.
it looks like these were drawn on a really big monitor. Can you elaborate on the size of what you're using? It's at least 26 inches.
You finally got it?
I've always had it.
Yeah? Wait.
We string together.
I
Got a
can't
dual stream and we
scream through the stream. Please.
Are you monitor shaming him?
No, I would just
4K
define
bro.
shame.
Calling it out in a public fashion to cause embarrassment.
Oh damn, he actually had the definition. No, I mean I wanted him to brag, to be honest, but no, you guys have turned the table.
It was a humble brag. Oh, I've always had it.
I wanted a humble brag out of it, but he didn't. You know, you guys made me look like the a-hole.
That's what Club Booty's about.
I wish I
man.
could.
Focusing on the
I wish I
a-holes.
could do the drawing on the same canvas like that. I always tend to like fill the whole canvas with one thing, and then I'm like have to make it bigger.
I think one thing that's nice about digital is you can kind of, you zoom in on one part of the canvas, develop it, and then you just kind of shift it over so you can have all of them on one page. I think it is a really cool way to kind of look at the whole series of figure drawings together.
Mm-hmm.
So Vicious, great work. Thank you so much for sharing. You're amazing. You're beautiful.
He's a really good dude.
Wow, you guys are awesome. Thank you for having me.
Scuba's art, I think, is in the chat, just hanging out. But feel free to drop in the chat some stuff that you were working on, and we can come back to you after you share and talk about how freaking awesome your work is. This is great. But yeah, say one thing that you're working on, one thing that you're challenged by, and we can do a crit on you. But we'll come back once you've written that in chat. We'll go on to the FUD mlap. So Mud, what was one thing that you're working on, one thing you're challenged by, and your favorite piece of chocolate?
Yeah, I don't know. I more struggled tonight with for some reason the model. I couldn't get a good rhythm down tonight. I don't know if I'm a little bit tired. So I think that was affecting my overall. But I had I don't know, mainly just trying to get the poses down, and found myself going back and erasing and deleting a lot just because I couldn't find a flow, to my own fault. But I went in with the goal of trying to get full color painting in, which, I did a little bit with the 10, but I tried to get in some values on the 5s, which I did a little bit, but I don't think the poses are even quite there yet to go forward with it.
You even got a little booty shake lines in there.
Oh yeah, you have to, yeah. A little bit of work.
It's funny. It's like
Actually,
you were.
those are
I
just
really
different
felt like
11s.
you were struggling with the gestures, but then it feels like you came into your own on the 10-minute.
Yeah, that's about the only one that I feel like I got the gesture down somewhat okay. The arms are wonky. I got the Genji leg happening pretty good though. But yeah, I don't know. I just struggled. I struggled tonight just getting like a groove down. I don't feel like I could. I wasn't doing a good job grasping like the model's poses for some reason.
Yeah, the poses tonight were a little tough. I think it was also the leotard helped in ways, but it also made it a little difficult to read depth, I think.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, it definitely helped
Yeah,
with the hips, but the midsection it was really difficult to kind of grasp like where the ribs were and where the chest was.
Right. I felt like it hindered my feet. I couldn't get depth of the feet going.
Yeah.
And direction.
Yeah.
Usually I get feet pretty good, but I don't know. Couldn't hit it tonight.
In the
on page 2 though.
Yeah, page 2, the ones I can tell that you use like more that stick figure skeleton more. But did you start using the like a skeleton, or did you start without using it? Because I feel like you can tell the difference.
On which ones?
You see, like page 1, it's like you have a little bit of a skeleton there, but maybe the ones on the right are. Maybe you didn't do the skeleton as much, and they're a bit more like flowy, more
Right.
loose.
Right.
Whereas page 2, they're a bit more grounded.
Right, because I use a skeleton.
Yeah.
I think it's also just the motion of the lines, just how, because you can tell that you were definitely moving a lot faster. So it's just like the motion
too.
of all the lines coming downwards. You can like almost feel the gravity kind of pulling down, I feel like.
Right.
I think it's interesting too because the last 2 pages that you put up, I think it's really that you were focusing on value, and I think that might have been what you were missing in the earlier ones, is like the detail in the middle of the body. Because I think there's a bunch of these drawings, especially your ones and twos, where it's probably because of the leotard or the poses, you weren't able to really get details in the center of the body, and I think that's why the outlines don't feel as developed. Like there's no lines that
Yeah.
carry into the center of the body.
Yeah.
But I did want to say that the last one is freaking gorgeous. I love the shading on it. It's so well done. I think with
Oh,
yours, I think I had some of the same struggles where it was like really trying to push the hips back in the background and pulling the torso forwards. It was just a really hard pose. But that foot, goddamn.
The arm, I struggled on the arms on that one, man.
The one in the front.
The 10-minute, the one that's pushing backwards, it's off.
You know what's interesting, because the hand was the hardest part for me on that one, and you can just discount that as being a terrible shot. But the shoulder going back into the elbow, you really do feel like that's going back into in the background. I think it could have been pushed a little more by cleaning up some of the lines in there, so that you really read that overlap of the shoulder and the elbow. But it reads really well to me.
Thank you. Yeah, I went back and I was looking at that during, and it's way off of the original. But I kept telling myself, don't draw what is there, draw what you see, or draw what you feel. So I was trying to work on that as well from the last time we were drawing. That advice that I got from that instructor.
Did it make you
Definitely
feel good?
something that takes a while.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Mud. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you, guys.
We'll go on to Volp. Oh, wait. No, sorry, Volp. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the tease. We're going to go back to Scuba's because he posted in chat.
Yeah.
And I'll read out in a very dramatic voice what he said. I was working on being better than Volpsy, and basically just trying not to make my work so blocky. I want to get a lot more fluidity and form shapes in my art that can translate into comics.
Oh my gosh. That voice.
Can I just say, like, the amount of form and depth in the legs, though, is just, like, super amazing. You could really, like, feel the thickness of the leg in the first one.
Thick.
Yeah. Oh, that's my cat meowing. Sorry.
PHICC.
Yeah, I like how you use the cross hatching, even if you didn't get super far into the shading. I feel like the cross hatching definitely gave the depth that it needed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love how you really define like where the shadow ends, and then you went in and went with really fast strokes to kind of fill that in. It really gives a nice comic book quality to it, like you said you were striving for. I think one thing that I actually would give it as a crit is with comic books, one of the cool things that I've always really liked was the line quality, and I think with these, that's one part of it that I would love to see defined a little more. And I think it might just be the brush you were using. It seems like it had like this weird opacity thing where it almost feels like an ethereal mark, and you have to go over it like 6 times to get like a blacker and darker shape. I think it might just be that would be a really good tool for shadows, but I also think that you could have probably used a different brush to define some of the outlines, because you have some really great marks here, but my eye is having a hard time focusing on them. It almost feels like it's out of focus a little bit.
Yeah, it does feel like a marker or something.
Yeah, but that
Instead
being
of,
said, I think it's such a
pencil.
cool quality to it.
I really
Like
like
the
how you did
lines.
the. Sorry.
You
I
go.
like how you did the torso in the first one. The way you blocked out the rib cage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Also, it's interesting that on most of these they're missing the feet, but then when you actually get to the feet on the first two that you posted, they're really like juicy and delicious feet. That sounds really weird. Don't clip that, please.
Delicious.
Just leave them.
Juicy feet.
Juicy
Gotta lean
feet.
close to the mic. Delicious.
But I want to see more of your juicy feet. Is what I'm trying to get to.
Yes, Rocco. Were you thinking that with the legs too? Because I was thinking that with like kind of the coil effect. How you're using lines to show the curve or what direction the leg is going in, like coming forward or going back.
Yeah, the coil effect is really effective on those first two to really develop the shape in just a few strokes. Really, really like that.
What's the coil effect?
So
It's
it's
like
creating, it's following the shape of whatever
Oh, you
body
mean
part.
like this little the circles like that are around the lines
Yeah.
of the legs?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like a cylinder.
If you drew a spring coming forward, like
Yeah.
where the area of the leg that you actually wanted to have being front or being back, you draw it being foreshortened or forelengthened, if those are the
Yeah.
right words.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it's really effective for gesture drawings because you can easily develop what the form looks like in just a few marks. But then it's also really effective later, like in the 10-minute one. The coil effect is still used to kind of develop that shadow that's right near the pelvis. It's not a coil that goes right around the shape, but it's a coil that follows what the shadow did. Did I just disconnect? Oh, that was someone else.
No, someone else.
But yeah, great work. Thank you so much for sharing your work. You're amazing. Let's go to Volp. All right, Volpsy, what were you challenged by? What were you working on? What's your favorite piece of chocolate?
Dark chocolate? I would say, I don't know, I kind of had a hard time with this model as well. And I couldn't figure out what it was, but I was trying to work on proportion again. And then also like with where the joints connect, like the knees and the elbows, I usually kind of just do a straight line and make an angle. So, and I definitely did that at the beginning, but then towards the end when there's a little bit more time, I tried to define a little bit more of it kind of blending together, I guess. What I focused on most. Not just finishing everything.
Yeah, that was
Not
actually going to
leaving
be
out
one of the
the end.
things that I brought up was how I really like how you, even on the gestures, you were able to hit like every body part, especially number 2 and 3. I feel like those were really effective. Even though on 3 you didn't get to the feet, I do
Yeah.
feel like you hit all the shapes, and it wasn't just a skeleton. It was really developing what each of the body parts looks like. Also, each
I
of your
guess in-
drawings has a really good weight to it. Like, it really feels like it's standing on a ground, and it's not just a figure kind of floating there. All of them have this really defined floor, even without having to draw that floor out. The feet really feel like they're impacting a surface and holding the weight of the pose. That's really good.
Yeah, each limb really feels like it's a it sounds weird, but like a chunk of flesh instead of just a like a stick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, like the thighs are very like they're bent instead of like on 3 like it's almost like a triangle with that flow instead of how like I would normally just do kind of like a sausage shape and then and then you know.
Nothing wrong
So
with
you
sausage.
did well on that.
Sausage is a kind of meat.
Yeah,
That's true.
Or multiple kinds of meat.
This
We
is
don't
true.
You don't know. If I was going to give one crit, I think the only crit I would give is about overlap. And there's some areas where you do overlap really well. Number 8 is a good one where the thigh really feels like it's overlapping the torso. But I think on a few of these, especially with like the knees, I think it gets kind of lost what part is going over the top. And I think it just might be playing with line weight a little bit and ending lines a little sooner. Actually, number 11, you do a really good job on the knee, the left knee there, where you end the line and then you define like where it's going behind. But I think overlap would really help give more dimension to your pieces.
Or it is true, I kind of like go past the point where I should stop. So it's just like two tubes overlapping each other.
I mean, I think it works. I think it works in some. Like 9 is a really good example of where it does work on the knees. You really feel like that knee is above where the calf starts, and I think it might be for that one. It might just be the shape, where sometimes you're using more of like a straight edge to define that overlap, where most of the time it's using a curve to do the overlap is more effective at showing the depth. But yeah, these are awesome. Really love what you're doing with these, and as always, the gestures are freaking amazing and super inspiring.
Thank you.
I like what Scuba said in the chat. He said you have a Disney approach or animation approach to the way that you do your drawings.
Yeah, I definitely see the animation part. It almost feels like these are characters that are going to be rigged up to move, or they were caught in motion, not that they're like still figures. Yeah, I really like that. I agree.
It's a good way of
I
putting
can
it.
see that, yeah.
Well, thank you.
Cool. We'll keep up the awesome work. Thanks for sharing, Volpsy.
Good job, folks.
Just this random John Lee. You didn't draw this, Mud. You did- cheater.
Prove it.
Prove it. Oh God. I can tell by the pixels. All right, let's go on to.
No, but I caused that face.
I guess you did draw it in a fashion.
I drew upon his emotion.
All right, so let's go on to Razatron. What were some things that you were working on? Some things that you were challenged by?
Favorite piece of chocolate?
And favorite piece
chocolate cherry. I went back to square one. This time I tried mechanical pencils for the first time and felt very lost. And things that I was having in mind is some of the basic concepts were just the economy of line, trying to keep it simple with shapes, and trying for the gesture first. So if I could find the spine, I could find the shoulders, and I could find the hips, and then from there, thinking about the shapes that are going to come from that.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, thinking about shadows, but trying to get the proportions right, trying to say, here it is within a small square. And that's why I drew small. So I've been drawing big with 6B pencils and shading and all sorts of stuff. So I wanted to keep it more focused. But definitely felt lost, and holy smokes.
It's definitely a challenge when you switch materials up, because you try to apply knowledge that you've learned in using other materials to what you're doing, and it almost feels like you're starting over, but you're challenging your mind in a way that's going to make you grow a lot. And I wouldn't completely write off the work that you did today, because there are some really good gems in here, even if you don't think that all of them are great. Like number 3 has a really, really good form to it, really simplified gesture. There's some of the marks that you're making that are really nice at capturing the poses and the movement. So I wouldn't completely write off the work that you did today.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Plus
I'd also say, like,
go for it.
I'd also say there's no harm in drawing big. Like, you can use a spare sheet for everyone if you want. You don't have to like force yourself to draw on a little square. But yeah, I think like number 5 has really good line weight, like the curve of the waist and the leg. So like, yeah. But I think also kind of like I forget who, but the I think some of the like limbs kind of drifted off from each other. So using the skeleton would probably help you more.
Yeah.
That's true. I wasn't thinking skeleton.
And it's also really easy to be a big critic of your own work, and a lot of times it's hard to kind of get out of that mindset. But I think you should find ways to, like, give yourself a pat on the back, because these are really fun at capturing. Like Scuba says in the chat, it's really focused on line of action in a lot of these, and I think that's a really good thing to focus on.
And I think that the fact that you came in here today, you're on the chat, you know, you posted these, that took a lot of courage too. You know, I don't think a lot of people would do that.
Thank you. I want to get better.
Practice.
Practice.
I've
But
got
yeah.
500 sheets of Staples copy paper, so I'm gonna work through that.
Yeah, step one is drawing, dude.
Yeah.
You're
And these
doing-
the figure drawings a lot about just having fun and like feeling it and just doing like, you know, I'm having fun doing shapes and squiggles, so that's part of practice too.
Very much so. Thank you.
And I think one
So I'm
thing
gonna
with
take
even
one.
when you draw smaller, it's easy when you draw small to kind of really focus on like those small wrist movements. But I think if there's any way you can kind of move your shoulders, move your arm, it helps inject more motion into your strokes as well. I think that's especially effective with repetitive motions, like doing cross hatching or shading. And I think with some of your shading marks that you're using, you almost feel like it feels like to the viewer that you're kind of holding onto your pencil and doing like these really small wrist movements where you can try to even for those use a bigger stroke and maybe not, you know, hit the whole page, but you can get more movement in there.
Okay. I have no clue how to do hash marks. It's just me going for it.
Yeah, that's
So
what art is
more-
about, man.
more from-
Go for it.
Where it starts.
It'll come with time, and then you'll have like your own styled version of it once you do it enough times.
But yeah,
I
great
really
work on the
can't hear the
gestures
cat in
too.
the background.
Yeah.
Oh, was there a cat?
Yeah. Sorry.
But yeah,
You
great
actually
work.
did
Number
really
3 and
good.
number 5 were really well done. I actually really like number 5. That's kind of a quality in my drawings that I always strive for, and that Volpsy always shoves in my face that I try to get. But you did a great job at capturing that nice gesture.
Okay. I'm gonna star those. And
Star them.
Look at them. Look
You
at
get a
them for
gold
next
star.
time.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Great work. Let's go on
Thank
to
you.
Lisa. I think Lisa actually left. She was here.
Yeah.
But
It's not in
we can take
Voight's channel.
a quick look. God, these are great. 100 key dab. She has a dab.
Yep.
on.
Guys.
Oh, you're back.
Hello.
The thing is that I think there's a problem with my mic, which is where all the tapping comes from.
Oh no.
And that's why I decided, oh no, I didn't want to keep tapping and interrupting the crit session.
Well,
It is
your
quite a
turn.
bit echoey.
Well, I'm glad you're
good, though.
here. You can tell us a little bit about some challenges and things that you were working on and things that you found successful, and then we can give you a little crit.
All right, wait, there was echoing. I missed your question.
So things that you were working on, things that you were challenged by, and things that you found successful about your work.
All right, let's see. So some challenges. Alrighty, so some challenges I've had. I've never had to do 1 minute drawings before. So usually when I do figure drawings, it takes me, I usually take a long time. I practice and I work on every muscle. I do a lot of work on them. So doing little 1 minute sketches like this was very interesting. Let's see, again, the whole thing with the line efficiency, keeping shapes consistent. At some point, like on the far right, I took out a pen, decided to try and go with the challenge mode. So that's what happened. Let's see, for the 10-minute thing, it was the model was really hard. I did the underdrawing in 4B, and then I took out my mechanical pencil and draw on top of it to try and keep, to try just to add more contrast to the lines. Some shading as well. But overall, tonight was fun. I had a good time.
guys ready for
Thanks
this?
for
Are you guys
hosting this,
there?
Moss.
Yeah, of course. I'm sorry. My sub was- But yeah, it's funny that you said that you've never done gestures before, because the gestures you made, you get to so much detail in the 1 minute. It's insane. I really love how much motion you capture in just the gestures. I also really like in the pen drawing that you did, how you commit right away to these forms that are really successful at showing the depth, like the calf and the ankles and the knees in the pen drawing are really good. I think if there's one thing I would say as a crit, I think it's kind of similar to what I've said before to a few folks, is about kind of thinking about some of the overlaps. I think especially like on the 10-minute one, there's very subtle overlaps in the human body that in figure drawing it's kind of hard to capture, but when you do, it really gives a sense of depth. I think in number 10, like the shoulder, her right shoulder, if you carried a line into the center of the form a little more, it would really feel like the bicep was, I guess in that one, the bicep was coming forward. So I think that would help define some of the interior shapes a little better. But that being said, the outlines you establish are really good at capturing the form. I think it's just some of the overlaps. You could bring some more, really make the form pop if you focus on some of those.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah,
thank
I'll
you.
keep those in mind.
And
Great
I think
work
a
on
good
the
way
feet.
to achieve that too, because you did a really good job on that overlap on those 1 minute poses. Like I can see the depth in those very more so than in the 10-minute ones. So I would say, just let your brain see the image and just like put that emotion onto the paper and try not to overanalyze it, because I think you do a really good job if you just let the tool do the work.
Yeah, that's actually interesting feedback, because I find myself getting stuck in that, where on the 10 minutes I kind of like I lock up and focus on smaller areas, but then the gestures are where you're putting more of yourself, more of your emotion. I definitely see that in your gestures.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time. It's a big challenge.
But yeah, great work. Thanks so much for showing us your work and for drawing along with us.
Yeah, no problem.
Awesome. I think that was the last one. Thank you guys so much for doodling along with us. Do you guys want to do a doodle raid?
Sure thing.
Doodle it.
Sure.
A doodoo raid?
I just want to say good job, everyone, again.
Yeah, good job,
great
everybody.
work,
And
you guys.
again, thanks, Moss, for doing this.
No, I'm trying to do these weekly again, so hopefully next week. I'll let you guys know on Monday. I usually post on Twitter and in Discord and in Twitch server when we're gonna do them. So keep
Excellent.
apprised of the next one.
Twitch server felt a lot easier today once I found where to set everything.
Yeah, once everything's set up. And make sure you follow everybody. If you're a streamer, make sure if you're a streamer, put a Kappa Ross in the chat. If you're a streamer, put a Kappa Ross in there, and make sure you follow
the chat?
all of the Kappa Rosses. I don't think I'm following you, Chris. There you go.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Nice effects animator. Nice.
Shit.
I love it.
Going against the system, man. To get the emote in there. What are you doing?
Mudflap's trying to be different.
Mine's the wrong way.
You see, I thought Mudflap was trying to say that he wasn't a streamer with that emote. Got mixed signals here.
Is that a... Whoa.
And there's a Kappa
Mine's
Ross
going the
facing
wrong
the
way.
wrong way. Where'd you get that?
Mine's going the wrong way.
Where'd you get that?
It's an ultra rare Kappa Ross.
Oh my gosh.
It's shiny.
How much did I pay for on eBay?
Rare Ross.
I'll sell you one.
I'll take it. You gotta And
Yeah, yeah. I'll send you my PayPal DM.
Oh yeah, dude. There you going. I wish we could trade emotes. How cool would that be?
Moss, can you make that happen?
Yeah, I just built it.
We can
Cool.
have like an economy.
Hey, or Petra.
We need holiday exclusive emotes. We need tradable emotes.
Making the
We already
meat.
have crates. I mean, we have crates, you know. That could be a good thing to add.
I like these ideas. All right, I think we're gonna draw a Tiny T, guys. I need to find a good picture though.
Tiny T?
A Tiny T.
Yeah, she does caps, keycaps, custom keycaps.
Oh, perfect. This is a fun one.
Why doesn't she show up?
Oh crap!
Where is she?
Not Amazon.
Oh, there she is.
I don't want to watch Amazon Video right now. Okay, there we go. There's the image. So I'm gonna go back to my desktop and.
Little T.
Oh wow.
Oh.
All right, so this one's gonna be an 11-minute drawing. You guys are gonna have 11 minutes to draw this, and everybody in chat should draw it too. Everybody in the club.
Everybody in the
getting
chat can draw.
You knew where I was going.
What is that keyboard?
What?
Batwing keyboard.
Yeah,
It's a
keyboard
boomerang.
you're using
are you
is
judging
super
my
cool.
batleth keyboard?
He can throw it and it comes right back to him.
Are you judging me? I will
No.
Come on, man, I
I've never
like
seen
it.
one
It's a
like that
feature.
before.
I'll stab
Ship
you.
it. It's a
That's a
feature.
nice mouse pad, though. I like that mouse pad.
Oh yeah, everyone's judging my setup now. I'm gonna put these off
But,
camera.
I mean, I like it. It's cool.
You can use it as a hang glider.
You
I'm
could.
drawing.
Okay, so pictures in the chat, pictures on screen. This is what we're drawing, and we'll put a timer on it. Siri, set an 11-minute timer. All right, guys, go! Start drawing.
Whoa,
Oh god, I don't
whoa,
have my
whoa.
supplies
I'm
ready.
not ready.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm not ready either.
I was looking at your keyboard.
Still like
dude.
adjusting windows.
Okay, we're gonna restart the timer.
Okay.
Adjust timer to 11 minutes and 15 seconds.
Do we have to include all of the birthday things?
Yes, and add more. Just keep adding them.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. So it's starting in 11 seconds. So get your stuff ready. Get your brain centered. Do a tree pose to help out. 3, 2, 1, go! Draw! All right, so you guys have 11 minutes to do a portrait. If you've been drawn along with the figure drawing session, you're all warmed up. So be confident. But yeah, thank you guys so much for drawing along. I freaking love doing these sessions, and I'm glad that we're getting back into doing more of them.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is fun. I like doing this kind of community involvement thing. It's really interesting.
Critique is a valuable resource. Never take that for granted.
What is a valuable resource?
Critique in general.
Oh yeah.
I think a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
helps
people
even
are-
in your day-to-day job.
that.
You mean learning how to give and take critiques, Mud?
Oh yeah, sir. Oh, so Control Z also makes me talk. Yeah, giving feedback, taking feedback. I think is learning how to critique for art will help you in your day-to-day, giving feedback to your coworkers as well.
Yeah, even if it's not art related.
Yeah, and then it's bad.
Wait, what do you mean it's bad?
I don't know. Well, sometimes people that when it's not art related and people aren't familiar with critiques, they can take offense to any kind of feedback at all.
Oh yeah. You know what really helps for me, and my mom actually gave me this kind of direction when
Mama
giving
Mas?
feedback. What monologues? I guess that would help, but it's the
No,
positivity.
Mama Mas.
Wait, what?
Mama Mas.
Mama Mas. Oh, I thought you said monologues. I was like, I guess, Mud, I'll just give that to you. Monologues help a lot.
Perfect.
But what Mama Moss said was do the feedback sandwich. So you give like positive feedback, then you give your constructive crit, and then you give more positive feedback. And then you say
Yeah.
their name.
That's what I learned.
You say their
If
name a
you-
lot.
if you-
That helps too.
Yeah.
It keeps their attention there. Is that
You
too
tear
simple?
down a behavior, you build up on the end. So you never leave a person torn down. You always build them up.
Yeah, exactly.
I like giving sandwiches to people.
Yeah, and then if you
Sandwiches.
feed people, they'll love you.
Secretly training.
Also, you want to make sure that the criticism you are giving isn't just X is bad, but it's,
Yeah.
you know,
It should be
So-
inspiring. Yeah.
it should be, yeah, a way you can make something better.
Are you guys familiar with Radical Candor from Kimball Scott?
No, what is that?
After this, I'll have to post a link in chat. It's about giving and receiving feedback and producing radical candor instead of aggressive. Or it's like what did you call it? The crossroads of giving a shit and challenging directly, compared to just challenging directly or not giving a shit.
Huh.
This is like a philosophy question.
Yeah, I'll have to. I'll post the graph in chat. It's pretty informative. There's a whole YouTube. She did a South by Southwest talk and a TED talk about it.
There had to be teeth in this, didn't there?
So do you
Yeah,
want to know
open
my
mouths
trick?
are very hard to draw.
Do you want to know my trick for the teeth?
Don't.
Don't draw the individual lines in between the teeth. Whenever I do that, for some reason, it just looks like crap. So I just draw like a really simple line across for all of the teeth.
Yeah, that's what I do it like the anime style.
Adding the teeth makes it cross into the uncanny valley really fast,
Yeah, exactly.
which sucks.
Well, if you want Uncanny Valley, then you know.
No.
Yeah, the grotesque kind of look to it. Always reminds me of Mad Magazine when you have like every tooth defined.
Oh yeah,
Ren and Stimpy.
creepily detailed.
Yeah.
Nose goblins.
That's how mine is probably gonna look. You're timing for us, right, Moss?
Yeah, but you don't want to know how much time there is. It's a minute and 30 seconds left.
What?
Global freak out.
No.
Why, Moss?
No.
Why?
I told you guys you don't want to know.
Betrayal.
No, you said we didn't want to know, and then you told us anyway.
And then you said it.
I said the
Yeah, you
wrong
kind of did
time.
that.
I
am
like
the
barely
master
have
of the
time to like
chaos.
put eyes on there now.
Well, maybe
Trying to get in the
maybe I
pedestal
was
here.
lying. Did you ever think of that?
No, Master of Lies.
This is gonna look really weird. Oh no.
You guys actually have 5 minutes left.
Ah, good.
Guy.
Holy cow.
Lied to by Twitch staff once again.
Too soon.
Oh.
Ooh, that was savage.
Too soon.
That's an IP ban right there.
Please do it.
That's a paddling.
I'm just kidding. I love you, Moss. Oh God, he's crying.
I need to turn up my
Oh, no.
webcam. I'm crying, guys.
And violin music plays in the background. Smallest
Let's add some hair in here.
What
Here,
if
you can drop it
God
first.
was one of us?
She's making her look like she's screaming at something in terror. Not happy.
That's how I look on my birthdays. I'm a year
Let's try to
older.
give
Wow.
this.
I already laughed at her. So
Happy birthday, Moss.
Happy birthday. Man, I had this nightmare the other night, where I was streaming, but I forgot I was streaming.
oh god, chat.
Oh,
Shush.
Oh.
Sorry, I'll be myself.
Yeah, have you guys ever
Not to
had
worry.
those nightmares? The streaming nightmares?
Yep, I had that last night. It's like, did I turn it off? I was watching Sequisha do his stream. He had a moment where didn't realize that his OBS automatically just turned on. So it happens, people.
Had those experiences.
It happened to Rye yesterday.
No.
Did they just go with it, or did they end the stream?
Yeah, he just kind of looked in the camera. I was like, really? And then turned it off. So it wasn't like caught in the shower. And all of a sudden, oh my gosh, what had happened here? Gonna be totally banned.
It comes back to Sequisha and he's taking his mustache off. Immersion ruined.
Listen, man. The Christian Republic will never settle.
Man, I've seen that thing in real life. It's not fake.
Oh, I know. The national treasure.
Actually, last time I saw him, I think this was at PAX East. Someone from sales was like, "Oh my god, look at that guy's mustache. Is that fake?" And everyone around it was like, "Nope, that's the Sequisha."
Nope. We know him.
He's also, isn't he an artist in real life?
Yep, 3D artist.
That's what I thought.
Does a lot of graphic stuff.
I think the cat's looking.
Worked on Arma 2.
He's a really cool guy on top of it. Yeah, Demon Blight, Sequisha's a nice dude. It's probably the coolest thing about streaming is that people end up being exactly like their online personality. Even if it gets pushed a little more when the camera's on. Oh, I made her a little cross-eyed rip. Alright guys, you have an unknown amount of time, but you should probably go faster.
Must go faster.
Sonic drowning music activates.
I thought we were out of time.
Gigawatts.
Do 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 do.
I made the face way too small.
Wish I didn't make her cross-eyed. I feel bad now. Man, the last few doodled raids I've been doing, can't get the eyes right. Siri, end my misery. Oh, I gotta get the birthday hat.
I love how focused everybody is. Nobody's talking.
MS Paint is such a good program.
Alright, it's time, guys. That's time.
No. No.
Sign it. And
What's-
say, we're gonna say
What's
happy
it?
birthday on there.
Tiny T.
No, I need more time.
Happy birthday.
TEE? 2 E's, I think.
Isn't it 3? I think it's 3.
Cool.
You hear that in the background? I really don't know.
Pencils down.
Okay. Meet Broham. Yeah, you just walked in on Doodle Raid. So all of you humans out there who have done Doodle Raid, what we're gonna do is we're gonna say on Twitter, it's a hashtag Doodle Raid for Tiny makes things. Blame Monkey on Strike. And then we're gonna say happy birthday because it looks like it's her birthday. All right, so that's the message. So post that on your tweeters. Take a picture. Make sure you post it with the hashtag, tagging Tiny and also blaming me. Can't wait to see what you guys did.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do, make sure you guys stick around. We're going to do a raid on her channel. And I got to remember to tell her to check the tweeter this time. What? Set to build says what?
What?
What? What do you say what for? Oh, gosh. It's a hashtag.
It's a hashtag Doodle Raid. Tiny makes things all lowercase. Blame Monkey on Strike. Been loaded.
All right, that's what yours should look like. I really want to fix that eye. I screwed up that eye so badly. Whatever, rip the dream. Rip the dream. Okay, so we're going to tweet here in 20 seconds. While the 20 seconds go by.
Wait.
I'm not ready.
20
seconds
seconds
is
is plenty of
20
time.
seconds enough?
Where's Tiny T's channel? We haven't even gotten in her channel yet.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna post on Twitter first. Here's the raid message. Get that raid message ready. Put a heart at the end of it, your favorite heart, and then we're gonna go into her chat. Hello, Levin Marie. So try that message out in my channel. Make sure that message is correct.
Come on, why can't you just Control C?
We're gonna go into her channel. Yeah, so if you want to Control C, here's the message that you can just copy after the triple dots. Post a heart at the end of it.
Slash me.
Actually,
Yeah, someone requested this earlier, but it was over an hour ago.
Got it.
put check tweeter at the end there.
Okay.
Put check tweeter at the end of the message.
Like type check Twitter in the tweet?
In the raid. not the tweet. I guess you could say check Twitter in the tweet. Why not?
Even though they're already there.
Oh, actually, what we should do is put her channel link in the tweet that you're posting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but only mods can do that because last time I got timed out. Like,
no, not in the raid message, in the tweet.
Oh.
So it'll be, it's a hashtag doodle raid for Tiny Makes Things. Blame Monkey on Strike. Happy birthday. Twitch.tv/TinyT. I'm posting.
Oh, we're
I
tweeting?
posted on the Twitters.
All right, we're tweeted.
Tweeted.
We know you think of mine.
Go into her
Okay, one
channel.
sec.
The MS Paint struggle.
Go into her channel. Type the raid message. Here's the raid message. And get ready to spam. Are you guys ready? In 5 seconds, we're gonna go raid her channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys so much for drawing along with me. Thank you so much for joining me on the broadcast. All of you humans in voice chat right now. 4 seconds. Get ready to raid. Get that message in her channel. And if you're a broadcaster, make sure you host her. Here we go. 3 seconds. 2, 1, go. Raid. And guys in voice. Okay, you guys in voice. I usually, oh, whatever. That works. It works. We're raiding. Host her up. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful night. Goodbye, everybody. Host her up.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
See you, dudes. Thanks, boss.